Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Finally Financial. I'm your host, Erik T. Jackson. Today, I wanted to talk to my new investors, my neophytes, about investing and when you first get into investing. So, I wanted to talk to you about how to formulate a philosophy. Uh, I want to talk to you about a few things to look for when looking at certain companies to invest in and maybe how to pick companies, right? There's a lot of things that people throw at you when you're first getting in it, and it can feel overwhelming or daunting. And I just want to alleviate some of those concerns. I just want to help you out uh, because I want as many people as possible to jump into the stock market, to tackle the real estate market, okay, to become entrepreneurs, right? That's sort of my life's work now. And, whatever I can do to help, I want to do, okay? So let's jump into it. So, uh, let's take, first of all, investor. If you want to be an investor, that's what I am. I'm a long-term investor. And we can talk about that, but there are other things in the stock market that you can also do to help you make money. Okay. So I long term invest, I pick good stocks and I hold on to them. And then I may reinvest in them or I'll find other good stocks to invest more into. That's what I do. Then I hold on to those. So other things that you may do in the stock market, you may swing trade, you may day trade, or you may uh, do a plethora of other things. Okay. But I long term invest. So that's what we're going to focus on here today. Now, when starting out, you want to come up with a, uh, certain idea of how, what kind of stocks you want to invest in. So, what I've always sort of formulated is the things that you use on a daily basis are going to be pretty good things to start out investing in to get your portfolio going, right? So for me, I wear a bunch of Nikes, right? So I told myself, I said, if I'm wearing a bunch of Nikes and I hear about Nike and Nike has Jordan brand and everybody wears Nike this and Nike that. Let me check out this stock, right? Let me see if it's affordable. Let me see, uh, what it has to offer that may make it a good company. Okay, so when I did that, I found out that Nike right now is at 110 bucks. You know, so I would say, is that affordable? Yes, that's affordable for me. Uh, I also learned to take into account the PE ratio, which is the price per earnings ratio, and it's a percentage, and less than 30 generally is a really good percentage, from 15% to 30%. Everybody has their own uh, parameters of what they think is a good stock, but generally the PE ratio is going to be a good place to start. From there, I said, how big is the company? Because I don't want it to be a company that uh, goes under when the economy goes down, or or people switch over to Adidas, and now Nike is struggling to make it. I knew for if Nike's been around a while, so I knew that wasn't the case. But I said, let me see the market cap. Let me see how big exactly is Nike. Nike's market cap is 174 billion with a B dollars, which that means that's how much it's worth. If they were to sell Nike, they would start at around $175 billion. And so that's a huge company. That's a company that I can get behind, that I think is going to continue to grow. And then you look at ownership and Phil Knight, who has run Nike from day one, and he is the founder, and everyone under him has seemed to. Nike has the best commercials, right? And it's just always around us. So those are some things that I look at. Also, Nike gives out a pretty decent dividend. It gives out $1.22 dividend per year per share. That's pretty decent for a company that size. Okay. Next thing I said, okay, that's one stock that I can definitely buy a few of. What else do I use? What else can I not do without that I may try and purchase some stock? You know what? I am always on my phone. Always on my iPhone. Can you see what it's on right now? No, you can't. Well, I'm always on it, and I work on it. I do some leisure stuff on it, but a lot of it is work, and I love it. It's like a computer in your hand. And so I said, this Apple iPhone is another good place to start when starting a stock portfolio. So then I said, let me pull up some numbers from Apple and see if that's worth it, right? Apple's price right now, after the stock split, is $157 per share. I can do that. I can do a few shares of that actually. Its PE ratio is sitting at 25.77%. It's below 30%. I like that. Okay. Now, this is a big one. Apple's market cap. Apple is one of the biggest companies in the world, maybe top three, I believe. Apple, Google, maybe Microsoft, uh, Amazon is another one. But those are the top four companies out there. So Apple is definitely one of them. Its market cap is $2.5 trillion with a TR, not billion, not million, trillion, 2.5 trillion, right? So that right there lets me know that it's a huge company. It's been growing and it can continue to grow. Okay. Also, its management, which I mentioned earlier, that they've seemed to continuously make the right moves where Apple is concerned and put it in a prime spot for growth. Also, Apple is another company that has a nice dividend. It gives out 92 cents a share per year. It gives them out annual, quarterly, which is 4 times a year, but the total would be 92 cents per share, right? So if you have 5 shares, you get roughly $5 in dividend. And a dividend is basically cash for holding shares of that company. or money for holding shares of that company, right? So you definitely want companies that offer dividends because not all of them do. A lot of companies that are growing that have an influx of cash, they offer dividends. So if companies that you perceive as good companies don't offer dividends, you need to ask yourself why. Why do you not have the cash to offer me a dividend when these other obviously good companies can, right? I'm just saying that's another, I think that's another way to see which companies you want to invest in. All right. Now, that's two stocks that you can invest in just based off of things that you own and use on a daily basis. You could do more. You could do maybe you uh, maybe you buy off of Amazon all the time because I know I have friends that do, and they have Amazon packages coming all the time. And now Amazon allow you buy something, you get it the same day. Like a few hours later, you're like, where did this damn thing come from? I mean, Amazon's a really good company, and that's another one that you can check into. For you new investors, us old heads, we have a little watch list of really good companies that we look at on a daily basis, and we sort of pick and choose from there. But for you new investors just getting into investing, these are just some tricks that you can do to start your portfolio off on the right foot. All right. So I hope that was helpful because uh, I'm always looking to make sure you guys are starting out on the right foot. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Uh, if there's anything you want me to research for you, I can do that, or I can, let you know what to look for, things like that. Again, uh, if you really, want to become a long-term investor, uh, you can get with, uh, you know, a financial advisor that you really trust, someone that can get you going in the right direction, right? You know, again, or you know, you can continue following some of the videos I put out and go from there. But I'm Erik T. Jackson. Uh, this is Finally Financial. Appreciate you guys watching and listening. Hopefully, you got value. If you did, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and do that. And peace.